game nice, but I play it so mean. Front line, I'm protecting the team. John Madden, yeah, I boom with the skin.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Green Bay Packers.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
When you look at the Saints defense,
and this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Saints, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing is Bridgewater. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
The Packers at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Bridgewater's throw brought in by Watson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Over 600 yards and a rookie receiver, best 7 touchdowns in 2022. Not a shabby debut for Watson, who the Packers need to develop into a #1 for one of the league's youngest and least experienced receiver rooms.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Bridgewater.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Bridgewater.
That's caught by the rookie, Jayden Reed. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, and he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. And Shaheed going to go in motion. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Carr going to go on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down by a couple of yards, it would appear, as they're able to convert on 4th and 5.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now Hill looking to throw on first. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Hill. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Carr. Complete, it's Johnson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. As they've got it as we resume action. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 3rd and 6. Bridgewater now. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's Carr. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. Pushing his way through and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Now a 2nd and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Throw left side is intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Bridgewater. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Jones is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Jones again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning.
Here's 3rd down and 4.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Carr. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Olave over the middle. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. To throw is Hill. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Hill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Hill. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Again, it's Carr. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Smith will come in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead give up the middle to Williams. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So Carr will exit stage right, and on is Lutz for the Saints field goal. The kick by Lutz is good, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. To throw is Bridgewater.
He'll complete this one to Watson. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So here now the rookie 6th-rounder, Anders Carlson, for the Packer field goal.
This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9.
So 2 lead changes already in this 3rd quarter. One side takes the lead with a field goal, the other takes it right back.
And I'm starting to get the feel that it's going to be this way all the way to the end. I hope you feel the same way, because in this particular game, these two are evenly matched. Let's see how it turns out.
On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Smith.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Throwing now is Carr. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Carr's throw complete there to Johnson.
It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And Thomas has it.
And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Still going inside the 20.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you haven't been taught.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Shotgun now for Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And this offense on third down today, just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 6. Throw right side, complete to Williams. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a first down carry by Jones.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 5.
Throwing, Bridgewater.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Carson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Carr now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back. Because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. He lets it go deep for Olave.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Bridgewater to throw it. Caught on the right side, Reed.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the 1st down.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Again, it's Jones. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Green Bay, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they suffer defeat for the first time as they drop to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Back in my ways. Missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me it's the front lines. You never mine. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on me, mine. Keep with a rip. Don't want to talk if it ain't about a dip. Made a name for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going to school, I drop down. They try to read when I drive with the top down. Get me on stage, I rock out. Every day money can't break, go timeouts. Change up quick, they sign up. Tryna hear my line now. Thinking I'm come find out 1v1, you dust like a wideout. Studio been my hideout. Can't shed tears, mama ain't no cry now. On me, gonna blind out. Get in the team, gotta pass your tryouts. Yeah. Booming this like Metro, groupies on me, that's fine, don't sweat those. Been on, keeping my head strong. My dog ain't talking about Petco. Brand new ones, they retros. Live fast, die on set my headstone. Stop been grown. You ain't getting money, been Frank in the friend zone. I ain't never switched up in the family. Be talking to that at me. Gotta watch my wrist, that's classy. I'm a dog to a she nasty. Then I'm about